Welcome everyone to another League 7 stream, Season 3, the charmed season, the charmed catches, the charmed matches. We've been seeing some high quality Quidditch today, some really crazy Quidditch as well, with some rule breaking quote unquote in the process. But yeah, we've seen some really nice matches today. I'm here with Drew, Time Twister. He's with me in the commentary booth. What's up, Drew? Hello.
As of right now, the ceiling, and certainly not my energy levels. I've been
See.
I've been at this for a greater part of the day. Y'all saw me in the first game. It was almost 7 or 8 hours ago. The Nocturne Ravens, formerly known as Nocturnus Oincus, against the Hellfire Hogs, formerly known as Oincus Nocturnus. We did not have a didn't have a great time in that match, but I've heard some rumors and some murmurs, but I won't say them on stream.
Yeah, it was definitely a crazy match. For those who are just catching up with today's matches, we saw a 1v1 Seeker battle on the first game, where Time Twister Drew himself was in there up against Green Black Seeker, and the Chasers just stayed put. They were just chilling, and the Seekers were going at it. And then in game two, we saw only chaser gameplay. The seekers were now the ones chilling, just minding their own business, while the chasers try to score and win the game. So, Drew, a couple of hours have passed since then. Have your thoughts about, the whole alternative rule set? Like, any last thoughts about that?
So I think it's definitely something that needs to be talked about between the two captains, but I really think that it should be done more often. I think that there should be more options for these matches than just brain off 6v6. I'd really like to see at
Yeah.
some point a wizard soccer match.
It's definitely a breath of fresh air, and of course, yeah, Wizard Soccer match will be really fun to watch. But yeah, thank you guys, both the Oincus Nocturnus and the Nocturne Oincus, Nocturnus Oincus, for giving us such a different match. It was really fun to see, something new and different on the League 7 stage. But now we're looking at another match. This time, it's the Order of the Phoenoobz versus the Oakshaft Owls. Any thoughts about this one? Like, they both have some really good players and experience, especially some of them have played the World Cup division before. A lot of them have played season one. A lot of them have played Tribe Wizard last season as well, World Cup. So, what do you think, Drew, watching these rosters?
So I think looking at the rosters, I'm going to touch on a couple things here. I'm gonna first off touch on seekers. Order of the Phoenix has a really good seeker in the form of Double M. Um, Double M has caught on me a couple of times, and every single time it's
The
always been really close. Um, there's Emerald Owl, who has been mainly a 3v3 player, and definitely, I mean, much like a lot of us on the Nocturne Ravens, we've seen a lot of improvement recently. And then over on the Oakshaft Owls, they have Dark Shadow Fox, who had a really interesting round one in the Trial of Air for QC Mania with me, experimenting with focus cam, with me experimenting with seeking with one hand. Of course,
Nice. That sounds like quite the experiment.
of course, those are the only three that I'm really familiar with seekers. Oakshaft Owls has a couple of new additions, a couple of pickups from the Killer Kelpies from season two. Mainly it's Sarah and Chemical. I know Chemical is quite the beater from what I've heard. Um,
Yeah, two amazing players. Zero is also a really good chaser. Chemical, a really good beater. World Cup quality for sure, if you could call it like that. Um, and yeah, like also FM, Fabricio Mori, I think it is. He can also score a lot of goals as chaser. And I think that they are gonna maybe have a keeper debut because I've been hearing, I'm not entirely sure, but I've been hearing that Olympus Mew may be the Oakshaft's keeper. I've seen him practicing, and someone did tell me that that may be the case. So we will see if Olympus Mew is getting that keeper position on lock on this match. Always, an adaptation process, right? When trying out for new positions.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know if when you started playing Seeker, like, were you a chaser before being a Seeker, or did you always knew you wanted to Seek? Like, what was that like?
Now I'm gonna be completely and totally honest with you, Neo. I had not
Hmm.
touched the game since the playtest days. Um, you know,
Damn.
shortly after it came out, I picked it up and I played for like 20 hours, and was like, eh. I in its current form, it's not really for me. So I uninstalled.
Happens.
I left it alone for almost a year, and then I came back to it and was like, you know what? I am seeing this community of really cool people, and I want to join them somehow, and I want to make the biggest entrance that I realistically can. So joined broadcasting, and was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a week off of broadcasting to go and play in this event. And in this
Oh,
event,
that Trial of Air, that
yeah,
was
the
really good.
trial of air.
Yeah,
It was absolutely
that's really
nuts.
good.
What else is nuts is the fact that we are currently loading into Weasley Burrow Day.
Hell yeah, buckle up everyone. We're about to see the Order of the Phoenoobz versus the Oakshaft Owls. An air battle. Two birds are gonna fight it out, the Phoenoobz and the Owls, as we see the lineups there with Double M, Daddy Hawk, Cleed, Von Odlow, Warbeard, and Crazy Chica, Stormy Weather, Olympus Muse, FM Dark Shadow Fall, and Pathology, and we're going in 3, 2, 1. Fasten your seatbelts. This match is on the go. We're gonna see who's gonna get that victory, that all-important victory to get into the high placements of the Tri-Wizard division. And Crazy Chica on keeper gets the first save in the game. Crazy Chica, definitely someone very experienced on keeper. I think she's been playing that role for a while. Oh, and we also see Olympus Mew for the Oakshaft Owls. He previously a Seeker. He played Seeker in season one of League 7. I think he also played Seeker in season two, but now he's taking up the keeper position for the Oakshaft Owls with Dark Shadow Fox, the trusty Seeker, and Sarah. Drew, you were mentioning Sarah, and she has scored the first goal of the match.
Yeah, I definitely think that was one of the better pickups on the side of the Oakshaft Owls. Sarah coming from the Killer Kelpies last season.
Yeah, definitely a really good chaser. We saw her since season one, just scoring goals and doing everything a chaser should do. But now, FM Fabrizio Mori, he gets it in. And so far, the chaser game is in favor of the Oakshaft Owls, now 20-0. And the Order of the Phoenoobs do have. No, they don't have the snitch lead. It's actually very close with the snitch bars. They are both charming the snitch, and we are gonna see who can get that charming catch as the Phoenoobz go on the attack. Daddy Hawk, oiled up Daddy Hawk. Usually he goes in, but he doesn't get it in. He whiffs it, and Olympus Mew kicks it out. And the chaser game right now is clearly in favor of the Oakshaft Owls. We will see if they can score one more. They would get that snitch insurance. Not that they need it so far. We will see how it goes. He passes the ball, and they get it in. Sarah is cooking the killer Kelpie. The new addition to the Oakshaft Owls, making her name well known in the Triwizard division.
Something
What
else
a
that
better pick.
someone else that I completely and totally forgot to touch on that's also normally a seeker is Daddy Hog, who we see in this game chasing for the Phoenoobs. Uh, their seeker right now is Double M with Cleat beating.
Yeah, I actually remember the first match of the season. You went up against that old up Daddy Hog, I remember. And you got those catches. It was a really fun watch against the Ravens, Ravens and Phoenix. That was really cool. But we're close to seeing a catch. Super close. Double M may get the catch. But now Dark Shadow Fox also has a 100% meter. We will see he gets a bump in. I think Dark Shadow Fox is gonna catch it, but Double M, he gets kicked. We're gonna see who can charm the Sitch. It's about to be charmed. Double M is going in. He's gonna go for the catch. Clearly super close, and Dark Shadow Fox gets it. That makes it 60-0 for the Oakshaft Owl. As the catch was super close, Double M was right there for it. But in the end, Dark Shadow Fox just got that golden ball that gives you 30 points. So a clear lead so far for the Owls through.
Oh, 100%. But once again, with almost 3.5 minutes left in this game, I'm going to say it and then it's going to be, completely and totally different. Okay, good. With three and a half
No
minutes
caster
left,
curse.
yeah, it still might be anyone's game. That's still, a snitch catch, three quaffles completely possible in 3 minutes.
Absolutely, it's still anyone's game. Don't blink, or you may miss it. You may miss a comeback, or you may miss another Stitch catch by Dark Shadow Fox as Warbeard gets eliminated by Stormy Weather, and Cleed eliminates Stormy Weather in retaliation. He's like, "You're not gonna touch my Seekers." But now Seru goes on the attack. She has been cooking this game, scoring 2 or 3 goals so far. But Warbeard gets a tackle. We'll see if the Phoenoobz can put their names on the scoreboard and finally score 10 points for their team. Daddy Hawk has the quaffle. He's going in, but he gets, I think he got bludgeoned even. And
Yeah,
now the
with
Owls are back on the attack.
right with that quafflark, it had to have been either a bludger or a tackle from a beater.
Yeah, because the quaffle flew away, right? I think it didn't look
Right.
like a tackle. Yeah, they are putting in the work for sure. And the snitch bars, though, are in favor of for the order of the Phoenoobs. They may get this catch. And Bon Outlaw, I can't remember his actual in-game, his usual name, but Bon Outlaw gets the score in. I think it's Tantrumix, I'm not sure, but he gets the score in, makes it 60-10, and the snitch bar lead is for the order of the Phoenoobs. So we may see a 30 point,
It can't be
lowering
Tantrum
that
Mix.
breach, lowering the difference by 30 points if the Phoenops catch it. And Warbeard gets it in. No, it's 60-20, and we're closer than ever to a comeback, Drew.
Yeah, especially you know, Phoenoobs having a solid 5, maybe 10% lead on this snitch. I As mentioned earlier, it's still anyone's game.
Absolutely, as we saw Pathology passing it, but no, FM gets tackled, and Daddy Hawk is going in. If they get these 10 points, it would be huge for the comeback, because the Snitch Bar is in favor of the Order of the Phoenops, but Olympus Mew, the Seeker turned Keeper, gets the save, and now Sarah is going on the attack. She has been cooking this game. The Killer Kelpie, the Killer Owl, the Owl Kelpie, is she gonna get it in? She whiffs it, but FM is right there to get the quaffle, and he may get that score in against Crazy Chica, and he gets it in. FM, they get it 70-20, and pausing the game for some reason. Resume screen. But the stage bars are really close. We may see a catch real soon, as we are currently looking at the menu screen, I think.
Right, it's either
Okay,
the
and we are
menu
back.
screen or a slideshow from Daddy Hog.
Yeah, and we're back, and they get the catch. The Order of Finu. Double M gets that catch. We get it 70-50. Can they score two in 30 seconds? It's really highly unlikely right now, but never say never. But FM is going towards Crazy Chica. Is he gonna get the score? He gets it. FM makes it 80-50 and pretty much clears the match and seals its fate. The Oakshaft Owls win 80-50. With the possibility of maybe one more score, we will see. Um, if Daddy Hawk can get it in one last shot, no, Pathology takes it. And the match ends 80-50 for the Oakshaft Owls. It was kind of close though, Drew, I would say, with that Stitch catch.
100%. I mean, we spoke an hour ago, and I'm going to keep bringing this up about splitting the snitches between teams, making it a much more even playing field. And this one, the scoreboard actually does show just how close it was.
Yeah, and I'm with Rishi. We definitely got blue balled when the switch was super close. And FM was like, you know what? I gotta check my settings right now, mid-match, almost catch, checking my resolution or whatever. But it happens, maybe he noticed that his sensitivity was off. Maybe he wanted to change a key, a key
Right.
mapping or something. It's still, I think, the first time that we actually see someone going in the menu like that mid game. But shout out to the Owls. They had a great performance. And what do you think the Phoenoobz should do, Drew, for game two? Like any changes you think need to happen roster wise or just a strategy?
I think game two. I think either switching either keepers or bringing in a more defensive chaser. Um, I know on their roster they also have Meg Wood as a possible keeper option. Uh,
Oh, Megwood is such a good keeper, bro. He used to be
yeah.
so good in 3v3. Yeah, shout out to Meg for sure. Any other roster additions that you think could happen?
I don't think so. I think like personally that's the only change that I would. Of course, this is from an outside view. I don't have info on like the team comms or anything like that. Um, but I think swapping out for a more I don't want to say proactive keeper, but I also can't think of any other term off the top of my head.
Yeah, Double M did really well, but it would be cool also to see Emerald Owl if they may make that change. Both Double M did super well. Emerald Owl has also been training a bit on Q6. Would be cool to see her gameplay as well. And Katie, I think that Katie she told me that she maybe wasn't playing this one. We will see. But Katie, always a good chaser to see on the pitch as well, also known as Neef, as Niam, or how you want to call her. But yeah, she's also a really good chaser with World Cup division experience and stuff. So, and what about Seiru? Dude, Seiru
Sarah
and FM
cooked.
cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were definitely cooking, scoring a lot of goals and stuff. So the Oakshaft Owls definitely have the weapons to take down any team they run across. But we'll see if the Order of the Phoenix can get that defense in and if they can lock in and just, they were really close, 30-point difference. Just lock in a bit more, guys, and we may see a game three. Do you want to see a game three, Drew?
I'd love to see a game three. I always love watching more Quiddy.
The more the better for sure. So hopefully we will get a game three uh, on what is going to be really a good match. Game one was super close, 30-point difference. We will see what game two has in store for us as the
Once we
Oakshaft Owls
load
take on the pitch
into
against the Order of the Phoenix.
Durmstrang Overcast. So we do see a change to the Oakshaft Owls and their roster. We see Chemical beating.
Yeah, we also see Emerald Owl on Seeker for the Phoenoobz. We will see if she can get that catch against Dark Shadow Fog. And the game is live. Let's go. Oakshaft Owls versus Order of the Phoenix. Game 2. The game 1 went to the Owls. Silver Limb is now playing Chaser, and he passes it to Daddy Hawk, who scores really fast. Olympus Mew, the Seeker turn keeper, still getting the hang of the position, understandably. He did get some saves, but the Chasers of the Order of the Phoenix, starting off with a fast score on this one.
Right, definitely setting the pace, and it looks like Order of the Phoenoobs is also starting off with a really early snitch lead as well.
And Meg Wood heard our pleas, and now she's there. Chica did well though, but Meg Wood is also a really good keeper, and we're gonna see what this match has in store for us. But the Snitch Bars, the Order of the Phoenix are on the lead, and Dark Shadow Fox has 1 HP. Is he gonna go down? We're gonna see if a Chaser can get a tackle, if he can get bludgered, or I'm not gonna say what I say about Jaeger a while ago, but he's really low on HP, and Daddy Hawk puts it in to make it 20-0, Drew.
Right, and right as that hero kick comes in, of course, they're on the other side of the field, so it doesn't really matter at this point, but we see Dark Shadow Fox regen back up to full.
Yeah, they couldn't get that kill. but the bars are really close now. I think there may have been a couple tackles in there or a bludger, but the bars are super close. 30-0 though to the Order of the Phoenoobz. They came out swinging. They came out swinging and now have a clear advantage. The
And
Snitch
Emerald
Insurance
Owl
as Emerald
gets
Owl goes down.
eliminated.
Yeah, she's eliminated by Chemical. And we're talking about a close match. 30-0 chaser, but the Snitch lead clearly in favor of the Oakshaft Owls. I don't think it can get closer than that right now.
Right. We see
And now
there's
FM holds the
FM
quaff. Yeah, he's going on the
driving it up. We see a shovel pass that fails to lock on.
Oh, and Silver was going in for the score, but he couldn't get it. And now 30-0 with 4 minutes and 25 seconds left. We're gonna see Danny Hogg is going in for the score. Olympus Music gonna get it. Is he gonna keep that quaffle? He doesn't get it. FM has it now. Zero is forward, waiting for the pass, waiting to score a goal again. She has been cooking this series, but the Sage bars are also super close in favor of the Oakshaft Owls. Zero goes in, but Megwood gets it out. We will see. They're going to try again to score. They're trying again. They're moving so fast. Oh shit. Okay, Megwood gets it, gets the one timer, and Emerald Owl goes down again. Unfortunate. Chemical is cooking with 2 seeker kills so far, and now Dark Shadow Fox is primed for the catch. He is charming that Snitch, and he charms the Snitch and makes it 30-30. We go back to 0, run it back. It starts again. Oakshaft Owls versus Order of the Phoenoobz, and anything can happen now more than ever, Drew.
Yes, certainly. We see just an absolute strong chaser game. We see Warbeard break the tie, making it 40-30 in favor of the Phoenoobz, with Oakshaft Owls having a little bit of a snitch lead there.
And Olympus me was holding that hero kick for a bit, maybe waiting for the Seekers. Right now, once again, the Oakshaft Owls are on the lead. Sarah is going on the attack. She has Pathology nearby, but Meg Wood keeping that ball, keeping those hoops safe. And now the Order of the Phoenix are going on the attack. We will see if they can get a score in here. But FM gets that ball, gets that quaffle. Warbeard's trying to get the intercept, and he gets it. Now FM's getting it again, back and forth on the chasers for now, and now they're gonna try to go for the score. Zero is up there, Pathology is up there, but yeah, he passes it to Zero. He waits with the one timer and gets it in. FM, beautiful play, but by the Oakshaft Owls, and Megwood, who have been doing really well, couldn't get that ball in. Couldn't stop that ball from going in, but still closer as always, Drew.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see what looks like a bump from Shadow Fox, evening out the snitch meters there. We see an attempted shot from, I think that was Silver. It was stopped by Olympus Mew. Sarah driving it down. Looks like Warbeard's going to try and go for a tackle.
Oh, and Emerald Owl gets tackled. We see her bar go down. She just needs to try to stay alive and just, they gotta put in the work right now. I feel like that snitch is really gonna define the match at this point with 1 minute and 37 seconds left. That snitch is of the utmost importance to charm that snitch. We're gonna see who gets to charm it. But right now, the chaser game, well, not the chaser game, but the game itself is tied 40-40. One team has scored 40 chaser goals, while the other one just one goal and snitch catch. And now Megwood is getting one timer, but she gets it, safe as always. But the snitch catch is super close. Both bars are close, but oh, Emerald Owl gets tackled again. But so does Dark Shadow Fox. Both bars went down with 1 minute and 3 seconds left. Every chaser should be on those seekers or beaters right now. We're gonna have a catch soon with 53 seconds left. And it seems that it's gonna be for the Owls too.
Yeah, it really does look like that this match is going to go completely and totally to the Owls.
unless something crazy happens like a tackle. Oh no! Caster Curse maybe, but Dark Shadow Fox gets it and makes it 70 to 40 for the Oakshaft Owls on what has been a really close match up until this point. They were 40 to 40. The Order of the Phoenix putting in the work, McWood doing a really good job as keeper. But in the end, those catches are gonna mean that the Oakshaft Owls are gonna take this match and this series, Drew.
Yeah, certainly. But once again, that chaser game was so intense with both keepers giving it their all.
Absolutely, Olympus Mew and Meg Wood putting up some really good performances, and FM as well cooking with the scores. All in all, some standout performances there. A bit unfortunate, on the stage catch, but I would say that Emerald Owl did well, but a couple of tackles here and there definitely, defined a bit the fate of the stage races. But a good performance overall. They kept it close in both matches, 30-point difference, now 40-point difference, but they were definitely scoring a lot, the Phoenoobz and the Owls as well.
Certainly.
And yeah, 80 to 40 on game two. That means that the Oakshaft Owls take this series 2 to 0 against the Order of the Phoenix, who had some really good performances there, but in the end fell short of a victory. So yeah, the Oakshaft Owls are definitely getting a good win, that helps their placement in the Tri-Wizard division. Any final thoughts about this match, Drew, about this whole series?
Um, I think seeing this specific match makes me feel a little bit more confident, since the Ravens are confirmed to be going up against the Owls next weekend. Um,
Oh, damn, that's gonna be a good
yes,
one.
yes, it's confirmed to be the 28th at 7:30 p.m. EST. So same time this game started.
Hell yeah, we'll definitely be there to watch. And Chemical saying, Hoot Hoot, hydrate, and we will hydrate. I have my water right here. Shout out to Chemical, keeping us all hydrated properly. Um, and yeah, so any standout players to you, Drew? Any standout performances? Something that caught your attention in particular about the players?
Very much like game one. Sarah and FM cooking as a duo. Um, Meg Wood
Yeah, for sure.
keeping. Meg Wood, because I believe the one quaffle goal that the Owls had, or okay, one of the two quaffle goals, because I keep forgetting about the one there at the very end, was it was either Sarah assisted by FM or FM assisted by Sarah. It
Yeah,
was
no, FM and Sarah has been an amazing pairing on Chaser for the Owls. Very, very good matches by them. I think that the Phoenix also scored quite a bit, though. Daddy Hawk, we saw Silverlim get a score in, but in the end, also the snitch catches were fundamental for this win for the Oakshaft Owls. And shout out to the
100%.
keepers, right?
Yeah,
Olympus Mew,
big
Secret Room
shout out to the
Keeper.
keepers. The swapping of Meg Wood, putting her in, made that game a lot more even. Only a 40-point differential, as opposed to, I believe it was more than that game one.
I think it was like 30 then 40, I'm not sure, but
Yeah,
definitely Megwood was cooking. And Greasy Chica did well as well. But, they just Zero and FM, what a duo. I think that we're going to see a lot of them in the Triwizard division. They're definitely, every keeper that goes up against them, be careful, take notes, because they are cooking for sure.
right.
Well, that's a wrap, everyone. That is the last match of the day. We've had a weekend full of Quidditch. Today we've had four matches, I think. And if you missed any matches, don't forget that you can watch them here on the channel. And also, Drew, any parting words, shout outs? I think you were also promoting the League 7 YouTube and stuff.
Yep. We've I'm not sure if it's like a full restart or if this is something that's new, but we do now have a League 7 YouTube channel. Um, For those of you that don't know, Twitch erases VODs after 3 weeks. But after the stream, we will be pushing all 5 games. We'll be pushing those VODs to YouTube. So go subscribe to us on YouTube at League7QC. Follow us on our other social medias. I also want to give a shout out to the real star players of this match, and that is the viewers and the subscribers and every single person that is registered on a Season 3 League 7 team or that is in the League 7 Discord. The community is the real star of this game. We need to keep this game
Absolutely.
alive, need to show Warner Brothers and Unbroken Studios, whatever may be left, that the community that is still here loves this game. So everyone, stay out there, keep queuing up. Any more words, Neo?
Yeah, no, just adding up, let's keep the game alive, guys, and thank you everyone for watching. Let's keep the brooms flying. Hell yeah, let's go.
And we'll see you
We'll
all.
catch you on the next matches next weekend, I think. But yeah, catch you on the next one, guys.
Yep.
Thank you all.